the Lord of the Rings Rivendell $500 coming soon March 8th, but really coming soon March 5th with that VIP access. That means on March 5th, log into lego.com, be signed into your account, and buy that Rivendell set or go to the store in person. That's what I'll be doing. It's got 6,167 pieces, 15 minifigures. What a beauty. Beautiful, beautiful set. You can see it's more or less true to the leak that we had earlier. Popping it up for a closer look, we can see those statues on the left. Those are actually minifigures. So that might add to the minifig count. If they wanted to count those, they could have, but they didn't. The overall set covers quite a bit of range. You can see it's not minifig scale per se, but it is sort of a Master Builder series scale, like the Mos Eisley Kina or the Ewok Village from Star Wars. Black box are kind of unfortunate, but not a big deal. They could have done something really, really good, akin to the UCS Slave 1, but it looks okay. You can see on the back, it is a dollhouse, so it's like the Lion Knight's castle, where it has those little scenes on the right. Excellent addition. I think that's good. I don't think they would have been able to capture everything either way, and I think that's a good way to cover some ground. Looking at that council, the way that's formed and shaped, wow. You'll see later at the end of the video, I'll post pictures of what I was working on. I didn't get very far, but I was working on a mock for this, and I specifically started with that scene. Here's a view end on. You can see it's pretty long, pretty long set, and it's sort of, I think it kind of wants to guide you on that journey to the centerpiece. Here is the Shards of Narsil. You can see that's a new mold for Narsil, the Broken Blade, with Aragorn and Boromir. Awesome that is included. Top left, is that a image of Gondolin? Is that the White City of Gondolin? That would make sense, it being the elves. And then top right, I'm not sure what that could be an image of. Whose ship could be sailing in that photo. Oh my goodness. Could be, I would assume maybe Elrond's father, but who knows. The Forging of Narsil, so you can see that is a new Lord of the Rings mold. We'll get another look at it when we take a look at the minifigs, but that Anduril is a new piece. The council, here we have, sorry about that. The council itself, we can see Gimli trying to destroy the ring. Look at those chairs, wow. That's interesting to see after working on my own, but Gimli, all of the fellowship more or less save the hobbits. Here we can have a scene with Frodo recovering from waking up at getting stabbed at Weathertop by the Witch King. In that bottom left, we can see the mithril coat he's given by Bilbo, and unfortunately a lot of these prints are not prints. They look like stickers to me. It could be the render, could be whatever, but it does unfortunately look like it is stickered, and that's kind of to be expected at this point. But, you know, you can't win everything. Here we have Bilbo writing The Hobbit. He's just finishing up. Lovely seeing that, and that is a very nice looking Bilbo after he's been aged, after giving up the Ring of Power. Back of the box, and there's a scale for you compared to a person. It's pretty sizable. It's not way oversized, but it absolutely has that oomph to it. It has that top 10 Lego set size to it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and there it is. It fits on a shelf. It's not too deep. So many of these Star Wars sets are requiring like Not just Star Wars, and I shouldn't put it all in Star Wars, but they require like coffee tables. They require like a designated space. This set, you can just pick it up, throw it on an existing shelf in your room. You don't have to worry about that. Here are the minifig lineup. We'll take a closer look at those later, but there they all are, except for those statues in the build itself. Wow. So many new molds on figures. There's the back view of it. Okay, let's take a look at the photos of the minifigures. Here it is, the beloved film series. It is based on the films. Frodo Baggins, he definite upgrade over the old one. He looks pretty similar to the 2012 version, but he's got dual molded legs. Bilbo Baggins, we have him for the very first time older. Pretty good face print. Boromir's face print. Boromir's face print looks so much better. I thought he was an excellent figure back in the day, but his face didn't really remind me that much of Sean Bean. That looks a lot better. His shield is also new. That's going to be a very sought after shield piece to pick up. And of course, that sword is new. I think that's the same mold they're using for Andoril, so I think there's just one Lord of the Rings sword in this. Elrond, Half Elven, and Arwen. Wow, Elrond's print looks amazing. His face print for both Elrond and Arwen, I'm not totally sold on. It looks a little stylized to me in a way that I'm not the biggest fan of, but okay. The head mold though is different. You can see it's not the same that we had back in the day for either of them. That is a different head mold for Elrond and Arwen. And Arwen is not the one that came out in 2012 outfit. It is a different outfit. So go ahead and grab the other Arwen right now. Aragorn and Gimli. Aragorn is not, he's cleaned up. He's not Strider in this, but he's not quite decked out in armor. One an amazing fig, 10 out of 10. Aragorn, excellent detail. Gimli, we can see he's got posable legs now. Those are from Harry Potter, I think, since the original sets have come out. They've come up with those. And he's got the axe mold that is also new for this set. So Lego did hit us with some new molds, Mos Eisley Cantina style, and they hit us with the figures, Mos Eisley Cantina style. This is literally a Master Builder Lord of the Rings set. Oh my goodness. The helmet for Gimli does look identical to the past, but it was updated print-wise. Both these figures are looking great. Here we have Meriadoc and Peregrine. I'm not a biggest fan of their heads. I think they do look a little cartoony and stylized, especially that mouth on Merry. But overall, amazing figures. Not going to complain too much about that. The torso print looks really good. And then Gandalf the Grey, who also looks excellent as well. His torso might not be updated that much, but we do see he has a printed block to him, which is a nice touch for this set. Them going ahead and printing us something is very nice. The staff is kind of underwhelming, though. Come on, guys. Why couldn't you give us a better staff than that? Samwise Gamgee, excellent torso print as well. His cape is nice. Beautiful little figure here. Samwise Gamgee, big win. And Legolas looking good as well. Awesome. I don't see the other two figures or other three figures on the set, so we'll have to click back to the minifigure image. So on the far left, we have the two elves. They're not both elven maidens. One is a maiden. The other is a male elf who helps forge the shards of Narsil into Andoril. Could be Elro here. Could be the son of Elrond, one of the sons of Elrond. They might leave it them both unnamed. And then on the far right, we have Gloin, who has the same beard as Gimli, and he's also using that MIDI scale leg piece. He looks not the most detailed, but I'm sure he's accurate to what we see in the movie. Wow, what a lineup though, guys. You can see how unique these figures look. And they're really helping justify this $500 price. I'm sure the Fellowship will be included in possible future sets, but these variants of Bilbo, of Arwen, of the Fellowship, like Aragorn, for instance, will not be will not be in future sets. This is a Rivendell exclusive. I'd expect a lot of these minifigures to stay exclusive. Both the elves probably glowing. Like I said, Bilbo, excellent, excellent. What a banger, guys. It's top 10 biggest Lego sets ever. Is Rivendell worthy of that? I think so. They know I'm gonna pay $500 for this. Wow. What we're here, guys. It's been a long, long journey. You can go through, watch my old videos. I'm pining for Lego Lord of the Rings to return. Will it return? What will it return with? And then when this set was announced, I did predict this correctly. I will say I'm proud of that. I got all the figures right, literally every single one right. But anyway, let's go ahead, buy this March 5th, and let's cut it to my mock. Back in September, I was flirting with the idea of making a minifig scale Council of Elrond. Main detail I wanted to work on were the chairs for that scene. So it's interesting to see Lego's techniques for making this. And then, of course, the centerpiece as well. Just wanted to include this because it was kind of a fun thing that I was working on. I heard a set was announced and I immediately stopped building this. They didn't even say it was Rivendell. I just knew this had a huge chance. We do know I was pretty much right on my rumors. But that'll do it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more updates. I'm not just a news channel, as has been the case recently. I will be building mocks and updates to other mocks. So thank you guys for watching. Let's go. It's back.